Hey guys, this is Alabama Deep, and I'm coming back at you. I am working on a few watch movements, though not today. I have other things I need to do, but I do have some here sitting on my bench. And I have a historical dial here, vintage, that is in old new stock condition. We'll be using that on a build coming up as well. I wanted to introduce you to the 2154 Benrus 3-star movement. No, this is not it. This is an Elgin. This is the 2154 Benrus 3-star movement. This watch is an automatic for. It is 25 jewel, and you can see the jewels in the reversing wheels right there. Now, what I love about this particular movement, it is a workhorse. It is a workhorse movement, that is for sure. It was not moving when I first got it in and out of the package. I oiled it up at the high friction points, jewels. That's for the day. That's not too terribly bad, I guess. The beat error is a little high. It's a 0.1. It's a 1.0. I'm sorry. So I can see myself cleaning this one. Just being thorough with it. It's going to be for a watch build coming up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use this dial. Or I could use the dial that's on this particular watch. Look at that patina on that dial. I actually like that a lot. So I may just leave the dial original and put the hands back on it and put it back in a new case movement. And that's probably the best thing I could do, I think. And re-encase it into a watch case. And I really think that yes, that's exactly what I'll do. I've made up my mind while making this video, actually. It does have the Benrus crown on it. 3-star crown. And this movement is, like I said, a workhorse. It's a very reliable movement. It's very nicely built, but the watch itself is economical for most people of that era. And it's really not that hard to work on either for an automatic. I think it's one of the more simple ones to work on. There is a video, I think I'll put it in the description below, or I may put it in comments, probably in comments, and you can watch another watchmaker who does a time lapse of breaking this movement down. And now he leaves out the train wheel bridge. I will cover that in my breakdown video when the time comes. And we'll go over it in sections, cleaning and drying and assembling and oiling and all of that. And I'll probably do that on my next off day. Now, these movements came in 25 jewel movement. They came in 39 jewel movement, if I haven't already said so. It's like they had a big competition of more jewels, the more luxury of the watch. I have one sitting over here that's a 39 jewel, which is also a 2154. They're just stuffing jewels and everything. And it is a very, very pretty movement. I mean, there's no denying that. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at it run. Very fascinating. I just love these little movements. And I'll be doing a video on it coming up, because I was going to work on this other one first, and that's this particular movement. And if we come in and we look at this balance, excuse me, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if we come in, if I can pick this up using my left hand, looking at this balance here, I can't seem to keep my left hand steady enough for it. But looking at this spring, you can tell what's wrong with this spring. It's bound. And I'm going to have to take it off the wheel, take it off its little mini bridge there. And I'm going to have to unbind that spring. And that's probably why this particular movement is not running right now. This spring, it needs to be bent back into shape. It is bound. And I will do a video on that showing you how to correct that using 2 pairs of tweezers. But that'll be like a little bit later on. But for today, folks, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot more. I've got to get my house cleaned up. I've got to do some yard work. And I've got to do some plumbing. So I hope you enjoyed a quick glance and look at the 2154 Benrus 3-star movement. Those are the watches that you'll find these in. $15 off of eBay. I didn't pay much for them. That's including the shipping. And you get a great movement that's ETA for $15. So I'm really starting to go towards more when I'm doing any type of other watch build. I'm going to start using some ETA movement instead of cloned movements for some of my watches that I do. And yeah, I think that's really the best way to go on that, because you get some really good movement and it's really fun. So alright guys, I'm out of here, and I hope you enjoyed a quick glance of the 2154